Yo, 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 yo. The fuck? We back, we back, we back. We back, we back, we back. And we got to spin it back around to Stephen A, man. Right there, Stephen A. Smith. Victoria, what it is. Dave, what it do? What's up, Ish? Yo, Stephen A. Smith, right? Remember when I told y'all I didn't like the fact that Stephen A. Smith came out and spoke on the Shannon Sharpe thing. All right, like it's good to address it. You know what I mean? Just to put it past you. It's in the news. Look, I see what's going on. The fuck this happened? Fuck, is a ghost in this bitch? Hold up, yo. Oh shit.
Definitely, that has worked against him at this particular moment in time. So I'm hopeful this will all go away.
Hold up, yo. I didn't fuck my damn computer up. Now look, I know it's good to get, right? Because it's in the news. Yo, but for one, he addressed it too long. What's up, Alvin? He addressed it for too long. My computer geeking. Hold on. And then he went on the tour run. Like it looked like to me, yo, he was trying to separate himself from Stephen A. I mean, from Shannon Sharpe. And that's what he been doing, yo. The whole time trying to separate himself from Shannon Sharpe. But we're going to get to him. Because I wanted to also discuss this Finesse2Tymes situation a little bit further. So Finesse2Tymes turned himself in. You find out that Finesse fuck is this? That motherfucker Tommy's retarded, y'all. Her ass gonna go to prison for it's all said and done. Crashing out for entertainment purposes. Shorty got a serious drug habit. Look at it, listen to Vlad, y'all. Like, why they allow people who sit on these platforms and say shit like that? So Vlad is talking about culture vultures. Listen to this nigga. He's like stupid. Oh my god. Fuck, I done fuck my damn.
NAR.
Listen to Vlad TV talk about culture vultures.
Because
Reddit stories. What's happening? Listen who he says. So DJ Vlad on the truth about people who are called culture vultures.
as when you look at other prominent people who are called culture vultures, they really have an immense level of contribution. Leor Cohen, you can't downplay what he's done in hip hop. In fact, right now,
Yo mentioned the worst of them all. Yo, out of all the people who mentioned, he mentioned Yo. And I ain't gonna say that because his ass running this fucking app too. Like, yo, come on, Vlad. You could have came with a better person than that. You could have picked somebody else better than that, bro. That man got on platforms when Charlemagne asked Yo about preying on ignorance and pushing bullshit into the culture. His response is, you know, I gotta eat too. I got a family too. So he said, man, fuck it. I don't give a fuck how much death and destruction I cause. As long as my family eating, we good. Man, fuck, yo.
Oh, and I interviewed him about this. I asked him the same question. I essentially asked him if he was the most powerful person on earth when it comes to music, because he's the head of YouTube Music Global, not just America. YouTube Music Global. He's the head of. Exhibit, 3-6 Mafia, Akon, Melanie Fiona, Asher Roth.
We're talking about people that
Lil J got paid.
But we're talking about people that's being accused of being a culture vulture.
Because when you look at other prominent people who are called culture vultures.
Man, Vlad, you's a culture vulture, nigga. Bluffing ass nigga. You'd be nothing without the black man, just like yo. I'd be nothing without. Alright, so look. Prosecutors claim Finesse2Tymes violated probation on 3 different occasions. He allegedly failed 2 drug tests in 2022 and 2024, positive for marijuana. They ain't gonna violate you for that. They ain't gonna violate you for that. The third alleged violation is connected to his arrest for terroristic threats earlier this year in Texas. I mean, they will violate you for that. Don't get me wrong. Will violate you for that, but that's petty. You talking about weed, marijuana, with damn near this shit legal everywhere. They'll give you a couple chances before they fuck you over on the possession of positive marijuana test. But a third violation and connected to arrest earlier this year in Texas. Now that was the situation with King, right? His third violation in connection with arrest. F&G King's former guardian claims that Finesse2Tymes revealed a gun hidden under his shirt and said he would up that fire. The woman reported the threats to authorities. She believed Finesse was capable of following through with the threats and expressed that she feared for her safety. Yo, she did Finesse bad. She did Finesse bad, man. Finesse2Tymes supposed to separate it from Sugar. If Sugar mother moving like that, Finesse2Tymes supposed to say, Sugar, fuck you. Like, I can't stand for that. You gonna fuck everything up. Now this little snitch right here. Cause King is a snitch, y'all. You know, young as he is starting out early. Oh, Shorty is starting out early ratting. Now check this little kid out, man. It's sad that we even gotta watch this little motherfucker. But it's a lesson that can be learned in this. To be honest. If you ever want to bring a young boy on, make sure they ain't him. Man.
Hey, bro, this brother's gonna say it with me who did it. Don't blame it on me, big homie. Just stay out my way.
Damn.
My mama, you doing?
Yo said stay out my way. He got some whack 100 shit. King, he must be talking to whack. Hey, yo, King must be talking to whack, y'all. He trying to get rid. Stay out his way, which means I'll send your ass to prison, Finesse. You know I know what's going on. But Finesse2Tymes should have never allowed this kid that close. Similar to, like I said, with GS, what the fuck that crew name? The Trey 9 Bloods. You know what I mean? They weren't supposed to allow Big T. They weren't supposed to allow 6ix9ine to get that close. To where though he know what's going on in the gang, till he dropping money on people. Man, fuck no. So Finesse2Tymes opened the door up for King to be in his business. Thinking he was, I don't know what the fuck he was thinking, but he's a little kid. And he must ain't do his background check on his father because his father a rat. Like, ain't no way I'm picking you up if your father a rat. I'm sorry. Especially if you're a rapper. You're around all these different things like rappers be around. And you go pick up a rat, son. Like, oh, that was crazy, Finesse. You put that shit on yourself. Should have did a little bit more background check on this boy, man. Check his family tree. You know that should be hereditary sometimes.
Like, come on. I ain't just want to pick and choose so you want to argue it. Because when young boy was on your ass, you went on nothing. Like, come on, just chill. I was doing the most talking. Your ass back there. Man, I was in the next room. My baby mama get her back blew out, making yourself look like a goofy.
Like, who want to hear some shit like that?
Bro, nobody don't want to hear your baby mama getting her back blew out, cuz. Just leave a nigga alone, bro. I left away from around you. Just let a nigga get their money and leave you alone. That's simple, cuz. Nigga don't talk.
Hey yo, I get his little ass slapped. He not too young to get slapped. For real. I get one of my little cousins to whip his little ass. That's what Finesse should have did. Get one of my little cousins. Like, yo, slap the shit out this little kid, man. That's about 14 or something. What shorty is, about 11, 12. I get a little 14, 15-year-old slap the fire out of his little ass. Cause he need to be disciplined, man. He need to be disciplined by somebody his age. Somebody around his age so he can get this, whatever he got in him, whatever this gangster shit he think he got in him, he can get it out.
Talk about you, big homie. Damn, calm that shit down, cuz a limit, cuz. Damn, you constantly going on the internet, starting to think you a girl, you on your cycle or something, homie. You need some pads or something, homie.
I can't buy some more of this. I can't buy some more of this. Who the fuck is this right here talking? That's somebody else, P. How long is this? 6 minutes? 7 minutes? I don't think I can watch 7 minutes of this, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. This shit pissing me off. Like, he's sitting there talking to a grown-ass man like he grown. Like, if Finesse2Tymes was... Like, if Finesse2Tymes was to ever decide to put hands on this boy, he'd break his face. Like, why the fuck is you playing? Like, oh, this shit is crazy. And the adults that surround Shorty is doing him a disservice. Yo, when whatever happens to him, yo, everybody that played a role in his life is going to be to blame. Because you can't blame him. He's a child. Everybody that played a role in his life is going to be to blame. They all need to be sitting back like that. We failed Shorty. Because he was failed at they failed him at a very early age. The young niggas around this way. I seen a video when King was like 6 outside with the older dudes. They rapping, he throwing money and shit. They egging him on. Now he a little young, they want to be a gangster. But the thing about him being young and wanting to be gangster is he don't know nothing about being a gangster. He don't know that shit. That life you chasing is a dead end, shorty. He chasing a dead end life. Yeah, man, it's not a fruitful one. It's gonna be a whole life full of fucking pain and hurt. Yeah, man. Finesse2Tymes tried to save him from that, and it backfired against him. But Finesse2Tymes fucked up because he promoted it at first. Like if this Finesse2Tymes and King situation would have worked, he would have had to grab Shorty and off the rip install structure off the top. Like, you can't bring your win and have him shooting dice. Nah, fuck no. I'm bringing Shorty in to change. I'm bringing Shorty in to change. You know what I mean? Not to be what I took him away from. Like, why would you take him away from that just to keep him on that same path? Like, I didn't understand that in the beginning. That's why I was on Finesse2Tymes heels in the early beginning about Shorty, because it was like, yo, what you doing, bro? You might as well kept him in Memphis for all that. If you're gonna bring Shorty on, to take him out of this situation, why the fuck would you allow him to continue this path? You know what I mean?
It's all of a sudden because he's just going to jail for something happened to me, going to jail for something happened with me.
And I believe he did tell. I believe Sugar Mother, like Finesse2Tymes said, I believe Sugar Mother called the police, told King what to say, King repeated it, and now we got this now Finesse book. I believe that's exactly what happened, right? Because I can see Shorty doing that because he's vindictive. And he young and he don't know what he doing, to be honest. Like, he think he understand the world. But, yo, you can't understand the world at 12. I don't give a fuck how many older niggas you come around. Because your mind, the brain don't comprehend the same. So he has a basic idea of everything that he doing, but he really don't know. Like, he don't realize he's going to be a rat for the rest of his life. Yeah, man. just based off of this bullshit he did with Finesse, who tried to help him. Disloyal, can't trust him. Like that shit gonna carry him around the rest of his fucking life. For the people that know, you can't be trusted, yo. You backstab. That's one of the worst things you can do. Other than kick a man while he down, is backstab a person that helped you. That should make you look bad, man. Like he don't even realize he looking bad at a young age.
This nigga just drawing himself out. This nigga finna be washed up.
My mama, you finna be washed up, cuz. You supposed to be somewhere like Bagnum, cuz. Turned up, cuz. You supposed to be a rap nigga, cuz. You getting gold even on a smaller level than you, cuz. Trying to get to where you at, cuz. And you arguing with niggas, cuz. That's how I know you still the same nigga. You still the same Finesse2Tymes. Your ass have not learned yet. Jail have not helped you yet, sir.
Damn.
Jail have not helped you yet. I don't wish jail for nobody, sir. It ain't no way that shit have not helped you yet, cuz. Come on, cuz.
That nigga steady going.
Come on, cuz. Nigga get out of school, cuz. All of a sudden I see this shit, cuz. My mama could not run it. I wanna run into a nigga saying the police. Your ass gonna get smacked. My mama, your ass gonna get smacked. I'm through with all that. Playing for the summertime, run up on me, talking about some police.
He must have learned from Woody. He got that Woody at him.
Tell my mama you getting smacked. And record it on camera. You can pull a lawsuit too. That way I get smacked. Through with all that playing, all that internet playing. Come on, cuz. Nigga ain't no old internet with you, cuz.
We ain't shit to
It ain't nothing. Explain, cuz. Just leave me alone. Go by your separate way, big homie.
That shit happened too.
You just go in there and see what they gonna do with you. Give you some time.
Talking about how disloyal this young boy is. But it's Finesse2Tymes for allowing him to get so close. Like, Shorty should have been in the dark about everything. About everything, yo. The worst thing you can be around is a fucking young person that's nosy. You know what I mean? Yeah, I remember, right? Back when I was still doing what I was doing. Yo, I wouldn't sell nothing to you if you wasn't a certain age. Straight up. Ask anybody that know. If you wasn't a certain age, yo, I'm not selling you nothing because you still learning. I already learned. You know what I mean? At this time, I already did my time. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be your lesson. Straight up and down. Like, you will not get locked up and tell on me because you ain't never been interrogated before. Man, fuck, though. You got to be battle tested for me to sell you any motherfucking thing. If you're a certain age, I wouldn't sell you nothing. Ask a nigga that know. They'll tell you. Ask a nigga up the heights. They'll tell you. Yeah, he ain't going to do nothing. That's what I'm saying. He out here playing. And it's sad, yo, because you can't blame him because he's so young. You got to blame the people around him that blew his head up that made him believe that he's something that he ain't. But like I told y'all before in the video I did, there's going to come a time when King ain't going to be hanging around 30-year-olds. You know what I mean? When King turned 20, he's going to be hanging around 20-year-olds. He's going to be hanging around people his age. And the things that the old allowed him to get away with, his age range, ain't letting him get away with none of that shit. You heard me? When he start hanging around people his age, he's going to have this superiority complex because he always hung around older people. And them young boys that's going to be his age ain't going to be with none of that. Yo, this shit going to end bad, man. Not me wishing on it. It's just me knowing this shit ain't going to end well. Like I done seen a lot of kings running around. It shit always end bad. Always end bad. That shit crazy. Yeah, bro. You already know, bro. That shit going bad, bro. And everybody, whenever it happens, it's sad. But everybody around them, they got to take accountability for that. They got to take accountability, yo, for allowing this kid to talk like this, for allowing this kid to think that he think he grown. He talking about he going to slap. Yo, shorty, you is 12 or 13, bro. Like, your little ass hits. Yo, nigga, break your face. And he sit here and talk about, I would slap somebody, they come up to me. Like, yo, shorty. I always tell my kids, right? Yo, enjoy being young, man. You know what I mean? Enjoy being young, yo. Enjoy being 14 or 11. Like, yo, it's no need to rush. You know what I mean? Because all you doing is rushing death. Like, yo, enjoy being young, yo, when you don't gotta pay no bills, where you can just go outside and play, your body ain't hurt. Enjoy that shit, yo. There's no need to rush to get old. You know, we've been sold this dream in our community where you gotta rush to get old. You know what I mean? Like you on borrowed time. Hell no, yo. If you live the right way, you can live a long time, man. Only time you die young is when you living fast. It's the only time you die young, yo. You die young, not the only time, but you die young. You greaten your chances of dying young by living fast. Man, hell yeah, man.
Whatever, who watch it, bam. Come on, cuz.
You're right. Like him.
Like him, Victoria. My P.O. been
14 years old.
Got your ass.
Hey.
Or 12. What, he was 12?
Been supposed to got your ass.
Nigga sent threats to you.
No, it ain't mean by no threats, guys. Just leave a nigga alone,
guys. I'm just down for anything. Because he can't do shit to you. What the fuck?
Come on. His ass a turkey, cuz. You make sons with, like we made a son with Lil Curry. You make a son with
I did a video. I did a video on Shorty, and people was commenting about how he was living. You know what I mean? Shit fucked up. Now he out this bitch dead at 13 years old. See, the thing is, yo, when you young, I know that's how I would. You don't realize you young. You know what I mean? Like, you think, especially when you get like 18 and shit like that, you think you older, you think you grown. Yo, but when you get 30 and 40 and shit like that, you start looking back like, nah, I was young and dumb as a motherfucker. I ain't know shit about life. This boy don't know nothing about life, but thinks he knows it all. And the reason he think he know it all is because the people around him allow him to think that way. I didn't hear Finesse2Tymes brother say, yo, King like a grown man. Like, yo, what? Fuck you mean he like a grown man? Like, you know what the fuck he ain't? Like, yo, he don't do anything like a grown man. He looks like a child that's influenced by the people around him. That's what King is. Ain't nothing grown about him. He's just being influenced by the people around him, and he going off what he think he knows. But in reality, he doesn't know anything.
I ain't saying nothing bad about it, cuz, but you supposed to be a bigger nigga, cuz. You supposed to be somewhere.
Yeah, they do, y'all.
Making a song with Jay-Z, Kanye West, Young Boy, something. You go around here worrying about lower niggas than you. I see you mess with the young niggas, that's cool.
So I just said his ass gonna be washed up.
Mama, your ass finna be drained like a washing machine. Look. Come on, cuz, you finna be cleaned up like a washing machine.
If y'all remember the first video I did, I said, yo, y'all say, yo, King trying to send Finesse to jail. The first video I did, yo, when they separated and King did what he did, I said, yo, King is trying to send Finesse to jail, man. Intentionally. Like, he young, but he knows jail. Now, he don't have a great understanding of violating, because he don't realize, bro, you did get him violated, bro. If you went up there and you corroborated that woman's story, you got that man violated, bro. You did that. Oh, yeah, straight up, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, though, yo, like, yo, it's sad, though, yo, because if he would have listened to Finesse probably could have changed Shorty's life. When Finesse2Tymes had that talk with King, yo, Finesse2Tymes could have changed this boy's life. He could have saved him some years. But he rebelled against it. And he ran to a fucking snitch and hustle cartel who don't give a fuck about nothing. You see how he carried his own nephew. They got the insurance money from his mother and sister and they give nephew nothing. So you can't trust a nigga like him. He ain't never gonna have your best interests at heart. Like, I would stay 50 yards away from yo at all times. I don't see how anybody hanging with yo for real.
Jay, I'm gonna keep her 100. That sure she finna go. She finna go.
He finna get out there, motherfucker.
9 times out of 10, she might snitch on him.
Bro finna drop that first day out that hoe. Ain't finna hit.
I'm not even thinking about that shit, cuz. I did make a song with Young Boy. He made a song with Young Boy, but it's just 2 times a one-hit wonder. He only got 1 hit. No hating, cuz. On my mama, no nigga can't take this away from cuz. He's bumping. He's hard.
Yeah.
But you's a one-hit wonder, cuz. You got all these hard ass music. You only got one hit. You got a song with YB.
He really be saying
you got a song with YB. Only nigga that I know made a song with YB and came from the bottom like you, cuz. And stop saying you. I ain't gonna even say it.
That's P Young, bro.
See, people support.
Only young nigga from the bottom, like, or finesse from.
See, people support fuckery because it's a dollar sign attached to it. I mean, you go a lot further in this YouTube shit if you on fuckery, if you on nonsense. See, I just can't take myself to do that. So he did another video where he was sitting outside. Because I ain't never watched that. Here you go right here. Oh, sorry, man. I ain't watching this goofball. Where the fuck the video when Finesse was sitting outside? I'm trying to watch this nigga, man. Fuck it, we gotta watch CSI setting.
It's time.
I want to find a whole video. He probably played a portion of it.
He didn't care how I dressed it when I went to shows, like stuff like that, man. And man, I'm just trying to address this to y'all, man. He's a conniving person, and
I'm gone, man. I'm finna have to go turn myself in, y'all. My heart, man. My heart gonna be the death of me, though. I know that, cause like, I know my heart gonna be the death of me, bro. Like, and motherfucker be talking about I'm mean. Motherfucker be out for this, mean.
Yo, what they I learned, yo, people take advantage of people. It's a difference, yo, between having a good heart, yo, and being taken advantage of, my nigga. Like, yo, Finesse2Tymes had several instances where he should have separated from Sugar and her mother. Like, if you couldn't separate from Sugar, well, from the mother and not Sugar, you gotta separate from both of them, bro. You can't let nobody sink the ship. Similar to like Dirk's situation, yo, when you got the bag, yo, when you the motherfucking breadwinner, yo, you can't let nobody sink the motherfucking ship, man. Fuck no. I cut everybody off before I go back down. And niggas gotta respect it. And if they don't, fuck them. You feel me? Like, yo, he can't blame nobody but himself. Even with the King situation. Like, you should have did a background check on show. You should have known he wasn't right. Like I said, his father a rat. Yo, that's enough for me to don't fuck with the son. You feel me? Like, I don't know. I guess anybody different. Yo, but if I'm dealing with a dude and I find out his father is a rat, then I'm not dealing with you no more because it's too close. You know what I mean? You might be a chip off the old block. Like, man, trees grow leaves. You know what I mean? You a leaf out that tree, bro. You just as bad. You know what I mean? The roots sour. I wouldn't have been fucking with Shorty at all. As soon as I found that out, I'd have cut his ass off.
Y'all don't even know, man. Y'all don't even know how to real life keep it with motherfuckers. Y'all don't even know how many people I done helped. Y'all don't even know how many people I done changed their whole life. You know what I'm saying? The crosses that bother me. It's the reason why I got violated. It came from around me. It came from a motherfucker that was by me that I helped, that I took care of. So this shit fucking with me. I ain't gonna lie. I don't care nothing about jail. Like, You know, of course a nigga don't want to go, but if a nigga gotta go to jail and gotta go do some time, I've been doing this shit all my life. I ain't fucked up with it. I don't want to go. Like you know what I'm saying? But if I gotta go, then it is what it is. It's the reason why I'm going though. I did everything in my power to stay out here. I had 3 years of probation, 3 years of federal probation, man. Man, I got 48 days left on this shit. 48. Literally. I literally got 48 days left on this shit.
A few moments later.
You jealous and you bitter. King Daddy told me you went to 2-3 different precincts. The first 2 precincts did not want to do it because they felt like it was a family issue going on. You went to another precinct and told them that I was a rapper and this, that, and the third mob ties and I can get you hurt and all that old shit. And that's what made them folk put their car charge on me. That's what did that. That's what did. My lawyer already told me the whole play. And then on top of that, to make matters worse, King told them too. King told them the same thing. Everything that you told them, King sat up there and told the police question King. It's in the report. The police questioned King about what happened. King told them everything, man. King told them everything that can happen and everything that been going on in my house. I ain't gonna put all that on social media, but y'all know what y'all did. Y'all told them folk, but y'all don't understand that I'm having this pay. Them lawyers gonna let me know what's going on, man. Y'all dead wrong for putting the police on me like this, bro. And I'm finna get the fuck up out here, bro. But y'all dead wrong, bro. I ain't did shit but help y'all, bro. I ain't did shit. I'm talking about when it come to everybody that I cut off, bro. Everybody that y'all don't see around me no more, I did nothing but help them folk. They just wanted more. I ain't have more to give. I ain't have more to give. Y'all want me to give a motherfucker everything, then what I'm gonna do? So now I ain't a real nigga just because I cut a motherfucker off because they greedy and they don't want to work. I ain't no real nigga because of that. I ain't no real nigga because I cut a motherfucker off because they was pillow talking about me.
So, King, don't...
I don't want to hear him. Fuck that nigga. He says nothing worth listening to. Yeah, Finesse2Tymes fucked that money up, man. You gotta take that, shorty. You can't blame nobody for that. Can't blame nobody for that, my nigga. 30-something years old, shorty. You know what I mean? You ain't no spring chicken. You old enough to know when shit ain't right and when you gotta separate yourself from it. But Stephen A. Smith, y'all. Let's look, right? Yo, y'all know I ain't no fan of Shannon Sharpe. I think Shannon Sharpe sold out. I think Stephen A. Smith is a sellout as well. I believe that once you choose corporation over community, you can no longer be trusted. You understand what I'm saying? So, I never liked what Shannon Sharpe did with Russell Westbrook. I didn't like what he did with Kyrie Irving. I think that was all dirty work, y'all. Like I said, I believe once you choose corporation over community, yo, stay the fuck over there. But Stephen A. Smith is different. You know, Stephen A. Smith is corporatized as well. But he act like him and Shannon was friends. So I didn't like the fact that Stephen A. Smith put out a 27-minute video, or however long that video was, addressing the Shannon Sharpe allegations. I thought that he should have kept it short and sweet. You know what I mean? Like, I get he's speaking on behalf of Disney, and I'd have made this, man, then you gotta speak on behalf of yourself. I ain't no fucking hoe. You feel me? But that's just me. That's how I think. I understand this corporate shit is different, and these niggas is controlled. So I don't even think he can say nothing like that. But I didn't think that he should have been talking about Shannon Sharpe for no 2-3 days like he did on his platform. Now Stephen A. Smith decides to take the conversation to Big Boy Radio or Big Boy Talk, whatever the fuck he changed his show to. And y'all, Stephen A. Smith is wild, man. Like it's like he trying to straddle the fence. He's trying to play like, you know, Shannon, my friend. Yo, but I believe once these allegations came down, Stephen A. Smith was straight up to ESPN, top brass. It was like, yo, Shannon got to go. You heard me? That's just the vibe I get from that. Do I know that to be true? No. That's the vibe I get from him based off of everything he's doing now. Like, yo, this is not what friends do, y'all, when friends get in trouble.
Suspended him. Russ, that ain't smart because you.
Soon he leave?
Yo, friends don't do this to friends, man. Like, if you gonna speak on it, you speak on that shit brief. I'm aware of the situation. We know what's going on. Shannon got my full support, and we'll see once all the information come out. That's it. That's it, and that's all. Yeah, man, I talked to Shannon. He denies it. Next topic. No, fuck no. This nigga went to Shannon, denied it, talk about how long he known Shannon, and they only work a certain amount of days a week, try to disassociate himself from him. Like, yo, this shit crazy. Yo, this shit crazy, yo. Right, exactly. Look at it. Your friends will go on tour bashing, man. This nigga's on a fucking Shannon Sharpe hate tour right now. But he's portraying like they friends. I know Shannon Sharpe probably like, yo, fuck Stephen A. Smith. I knew he was never right.
A man of integrity. I'm not perfect. I'm certain.
All right, let's go back to you. I gotta run upstairs.
Like, your brain, bro, is you like AI. Like, you pull up all the information and you back it up. You know what's wild about that, man, is people say the bigger the star, the bigger the target.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you could have just did the whole shut up on many of things, but that's never been in your character.
Right.
Like, you'll meet something head on, you could say, unpopular opinions.
Mm-hmm.
And have you always been that guy? And you know how to align yourself with people too. That's like, hey, that's my guy.
Yeah.
That's my girl, whoever it may be.
Right.
Have you always been that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a mission-minded dude. I pride myself in being a man of integrity. I'm not perfect. I'm certainly not flawless. And I know that. But I like people to look at me and know that what you see is what you get. I don't like phonies. I can't stand a two-faced bastard. They make me sick. I don't give a damn who they are. I don't like them. Because I don't like being with people who are inauthentic. I don't like being around people like that. That bothers me. I can't be bothered by somebody or something or quality in a person and then turn around and be the very thing that I abhor. And so I pride myself on being that kind of guy. But when it comes to this business, it's like, I remember when I saw people, they have problems with some of my NBA stuff. I remember last year it was a big thing, Wallow and Gilly. I remember Gilly got on me because I was covering NBA Countdown for ESPN last year, and I like Gilly. Please, I'm not saying anything negative about him. I like him a lot. I got a lot of respect for them brothers, but I'm just giving an example of, because it crystallizes the kind of climate that we in and what I have to deal with. So he's getting on me, and he goes on social media. He's going to get called the league about Russell Westbrook, because Russell Westbrook was playing for the Clippers. They were going up against Dallas, and he was roughing up Luka Doncic, who obviously is a global iconic brand, who happens to be white. Let's get that straight, okay? That actually matters.
Yeah, he was white on my TV.
that actually matters, right? And so other people like Matt Barnes and Stack, Steven Jackson, and all of them jumped on it. And I had to remind cats, you watch the league. I cover the league. There's a difference. So you watch the game, you watch something going on, and it stopped there. No, I was on the phone with Adam Silver. I was on the phone with the commissioner. I was on the phone with the VP, the executive VP of basketball operations, Joe Dumars, who just got the job running the New Orleans Pelicans, right? What I was saying was, Russell, because of the rules and regulations, and because that if that had been Draymond Green, they would have suspended him. Russ, that ain't smart, because you do that, you could get suspended. So I'm here thinking he was going to get suspended, and I was fearful of that. I thought he should have been ejected, but not suspended. But nevertheless, I was like, yo, if he gets suspended, that's on him, because you can't do that. That brother's a global iconic brand. It's very, very obvious what you're doing, engaging in roughhouse tactics. This is not the 90s. The NFL, the NBA ain't going for that. So everybody was getting on me about that because they said he called the league. I didn't call the league to get him suspended. I called the league to find out why he wasn't suspended, because my bosses said, had that been Draymond, he would have been suspended. Find out their explanation for why he didn't get suspended, why they didn't suspend him for NBA Countdown. So during NBA Countdown, I had to come back on the air. Yeah, I just spoke to the league. And this is what they said. And everybody was getting on me about that. Well, you don't have to do that. I do. You understand what I'm saying?
Because you cover.
I cover the league.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So, I remember when I was on the air with Max Kellerman doing the whole Colin Kaepernick thing. And he's sitting up there talking about, the waiver, and they told me about the waiver. And I was like, you mean this waiver? The NFL just faxed it over to me. I mean, just emailed it to me. This is the waiver right here. General counsel, his name's right here. I just got off the phone with him. You mean that? That's what you're talking about? Why you acting like you know something I don't know?
Checkmate.
It's like, I'm telling you the perspectives. And so, they'll talk about this. Like, I know NFL owners. There's several NFL owners who know me by name. They know what restaurant or what bar I've met them at. They know when they've had me over for lunch. They know when they've invited me to their house to have a meeting with me. Same thing with NBA owners. Same thing with executives. Same things with coaches. You might have players and stuff like, oh man, bump this guy, bump that guy, because we living in a different age and you got a bunch of followers on social media and stuff like that. You ain't got to talk to the media. I don't get paid to talk to you.
This really big deal is Friday through Sunday. Visit JC Penney for 25% of beauty and hair care.
I get paid to talk about you. Now, I'm happy to talk to you if you want to talk. I'm happy to cultivate a relationship to make sure that I disseminate your perspective, contextualize it properly. If that's what you want to do, I'm here for it. But if avoiding me is something that you think is going to work to your advantage, good luck with that.
Stephen A., have you had a conversation with LeBron since we seen the incident?
No. Would you? If he asked, which he wouldn't. But if he asked, sure.
Why do you think that happened?
Because we don't like each other.
Right. Okay.
Period. But I want to emphasize this. I respect the hell out of him. He's the second greatest player in the history of basketball. He's a global, iconic brand. What he has achieved in his career is phenomenal. I will never lack respect for him and his accomplishments. I believe Michael Jordan is the greatest I've ever seen. I don't give a damn what anybody says. I don't say that to throw shade on him. I say that because as a basketball player, I believe Michael Jordan is to be revered. I see people respecting LeBron and being in awe of him. I saw Michael Jordan feared. Feared. I'm talking about it was just, it's next level, bro. I love the quote from John Sally in the Last Dance documentary and docuseries, where John Sally said, the plan for the bad boys, the Jordan rules, the major plan was to get him before he went airborne. Because you know he's not human, right? Because you know he wasn't human, right? That was the thinking of Michael Jordan. A stone cold killer.
Right.
And annihilate you. He came to take your soul. He didn't come just to beat you. He wanted to demoralize you in such a way that you knew better than thinking you could defeat him. And one of the moments that I bring this up,
people that think LeBron is better than Jordan, they just must ain't never seen Jordan play. That's going to make sense.
1993.
Pretty sure if you said it was.
They're going for a three-peat. I believe so. I don't remember because I wasn't covering the NBA at that time. So the Knicks are projected to be the team coming out of the East.
I don't think so. We were 2,800.
Michael Jordan and the boys coming to town, and Patrick Ewing. They got Oak, and they got Starks, and they got all of these cats, right? And they ready. And Chicago comes to the Garden, and they are getting blown out of the building. They're losing by 30-something. Jordan gets hurt, twists his ankle, something like that, has to be helped off the court, has to go to the locker room. Game's over. It's fourth quarter, they down 30-something. You all of a sudden hear this noise. Jordan comes walking out of the locker room and walks straight to the scorer's table. Phil looks at him like, what you doing? Jordan's like, nah. Jordan going back in, limping at all. He diving for loose balls and doing all of that other stuff. and he looked at the Knicks. I'm a Knicks fan. Native New York, Hollis, Queens. I run DMC in the crew. I grew up with Jam Master Jay, God rest his soul. Him and my beloved brother, they were best friends. We go back. I'm hyped about the Knicks. And I saw Jordan diving on the floor, loose ball, limping, clearly wasn't himself. And he looked at them. He like, I ain't going away. Y'all still got to come through me. I'll see you later. And I said, damn. You know, I'm sad because I'm like, that bastard's going to be standing in our way. And sure enough, he was. And he derailed them. New York Knicks met him in the postseason, went up 2-0, and then Jordan came back and won 4 straight when Charles Smith had 6 different damn chances at a layup, and he kept getting blocked. His shot blocked that. Like, that's it. So don't get me started with the I'm still pissed. But that's Jordan. Right. So what I'm saying to you is, I don't see that. And so because I don't see that, along with the greatness, the 10 scoring titles, the 6 championships unblemished, 6 NBA Finals MVPs, and everything that came with it, I don't have LeBron as my GOAT. So that's one of the reasons I believe, we don't vibe. But there's other things that I'm not going to get into that I've seen, and how he has acted or whatever. And a lot of people say, well, that touches on your credibility, Steven. Kiss my ass. It don't touch my credibility because you don't understand how professional I am. Just because I don't like you doesn't mean I don't respect you. And it doesn't mean I'm not going to respect your greatness and your accomplishments. It's just that we'll never have dinner together or lunch together or whatever, anything like that. You keep it moving, I keep on moving. But I'm a professional. If he wanted to see me, I would do that, but I have no desire to. I have no need to. I'm gonna do my thing and let him do his thing. I think, he's the greatest of this generation. There's no doubt about it, and he's been highly successful. But last time I checked, I'm doing all right. Mm-hmm. I'm doing all right. I don't need him any more than he needs me.
Was the comments about Bronny, was it professional or was it personal?
Totally professional. I stand on that. And I told people I was not going to talk about it. I'm tired of talking about it.
Well, we haven't talked
about it. No, you love talking about it.
Answering your question. I'm here. I'm answering your question.
You love talking about it.
Hold me accountable for what you know and what you see. And hold me accountable for what I say. Don't make shit up. And there's a lot of people out there doing that. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. That really bothers me. And here's the reason why. Bronny James is in high school.
When the road gets rough.
I ain't gonna lie, Steven. That comment was out of line about LeBron James fathering. Now I got it, cause I agree. Your probably is fucking the son up. But you being who you is, you can't get on there and say no shit like that. Like, come on now. And it ain't even just that. That man, you've been talking about Bronny since Bronny came in the league. Like, you making him a topic when he's still learning the game for real. What's up, Romeo?
I'm out here in LA a lot. I never went to Sierra Canyon because I knew if I walk in, I'm at a point in time in my career where this is what I do. I'm at the top of the heap, God willing, as long as it's going to be. As short as it's going to be, but it's been here. I walk into a high school gymnasium where his son is. Everybody and their mother's going to ask me, what you think? And I didn't feel like that was fair to that kid at all. So I never went to watch him play. Not one time. Never went to watch him. He makes the McDonald's All-American team. My colleague, Kendrick Perkins, a former high school All-American in 2003 with LeBron, who's known LeBron for decades, says, quote, I ain't never seen no McDonald's high school All-American that was averaging 14 points a game. Questioning the legitimacy. I say nothing. He's supposed to go to college.
Now he throwing niggas up to the bus again. I don't remember him saying, Hey, Stephen A. Smith, a dirty motherfucker. Like, why you throwing Kendrick under the bus, man? So he using Kendrick Perkins to justify what he did. No, bro, you came after that man parenting, man. Yeah, man, you came after that man parenting, man. Kendrick Lamar came after his game. I mean, Kendrick Perkins came after his game. That's different. That's within the lines of sports, within the lines of basketball. You told LeBron as a father, stop doing this to your son, man.
He's going to USC. Then unfortunately he had the heart ailment. Thank God he survived. He's okay. Nothing but well wishes. I say nothing but that. His pops comes out. My son's better than some NBA players right now. Strike one. Can't do that as the NBA players. Very disrespectful to them to say something like that.
Definitely.
Then, son's going to enter the NBA draft. There are no collegiate credentials, but cats come from high school to college, so that happens. No problem. I say nothing.
So you had a problem with all of it.
LeBron says, if you want me, draft my son. Strike 2 and 3. Now you're circumventing the merits. Now you're saying...
Yo, Stephen A. Smith is corporatized like a motherfucker, man. Like, they probably be putting him in all type of compromising positions to get paid. Like, Stephen A. Smith, one of them niggas, he'd do anything. If they gonna pay him, he like, what I gotta do? I can see him saying it. I mean, what you want me to do? Like, goddamn, yo, what, like, why is that a strike that he got his son in the league? You know, it happens. I mean, it happens, man. Shit, I wish I could get my son in the league. If I was in the league and I did what I did for the NBA, you better draft my motherfucking son. Fuck you, man.
Forget whether he's ready or not. Do it for me. How you think that's gonna fly? Now, to the average person out there, you know what they're thinking. Nepotism happens in corporate America all the time. No problem. Nepotism happens in sports. Coaches, executives, fine. No problem. Which is why, again, we didn't say anything. But what we're missing is that those 15 roster spots on a team, there's a lot of young brothers out there starving for it. Bust their tail, put in the work, produce the results that don't have a daddy doing that. They ain't in a position like that.
How the fuck you gonna say nepotism is fine, but then go on? So what the fuck is the difference in corporate America? It's other people more qualified for them positions than just the CEO's son or daughter or cousin or uncle or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can't make that point and then say this. It's even, if it's good, if it works for one, it works for all. If it works for one, it works for all, Stephen A.
We ignore all of it. All of it. Especially me. I say nothing. I can't tell you how many agents, and how many coaches, and how many executives said, Stephen A., when you gonna say something? You ain't say a damn thing. I ain't getting in all of that, y'all. Nah. Stuff happens in corporate America all the time, blah, blah, blah. Because LeBron earns it. He's underpaid. LeBron's underpaid. Whatever LeBron's getting paid was about $50 million. He deserves more. Okay? And the sacrifices that he has made on behalf of this league, he deserves every penny. And if, guess what, he can get his son into the league, ain't no problem, because his son's still going to have to earn it once he gets here. It's no big deal. Leave him alone. These were my words. It's all on tape. It's all on camera. I'm not telling you something.
Stephen A. Smith is crazy. Yo, then that erased everything you just said 2 minutes ago or 1 minute ago. Like, what he just said negates everything he said right before that. This thing is crazy.
And I said privately. It's all on the record, on the air. Opening night, LeBron and Bronny are there. The Griffeys are there. Anybody that don't know baseball. But as great as Ken Griffey Jr. was, a Hall of Famer, Pops wasn't shabby now. Pops could ball. You understand what I'm saying? So you have people looking at it like, you got the Griffeys there, but this ain't that. LeBron is LeBron, but that's not Bronny. What is that? I am courtside at the Crypto.com arena. Like everybody else. Clapping, leaving it alone.
It's time to take a spin on the new Finesse.
So basically what he's saying is he had an issue with the whole thing from the very beginning. From the very beginning, he had an issue with it.
It's a beautiful moment. Right. LeBron deserves this. This is a good thing. It's all on tape. It's all on tape. And then the struggles come. And then I go on the air January 28th, I believe, because they had gotten blown out by Philly. And when he was on a court, it was like a -34 or -41 ratio, where he playing in the first quarter and J.J. Redick and then put him up against Tyrese Maxey for the Philadelphia 76ers. I said, now y'all done went too far. Because now you exposing him. And that was the problem. Because by exposing him, one or two things is going to happen. All I said was, at the time, 0.4 points, 0.4 rebounds, 0.3 assists. He's not ready. Unlike other people, I'm like, I believe in his potential. I think he got a chance, especially working with his dad, being the basketball savant that he is, working within the Lakers organization, going to the G League, averaging about 20. The brother got promise. I believe he's going to be there, but he's not ready yet. So when you put him in that position, one or two things are happening. You're highlighting that he's not ready, but in the same breath, you're daring us to do our job. Because when we say nothing,
straight up,
how we look, which is why I finally spoke up. And when I finally spoke up, it wasn't to Bronny. Everybody's been getting me. He attacked LeBron as a father. He's attacked him as a father. Yo, bro.
You did, though.
It's the end of April. That was 2 months ago. I stand by every damn syllable I said. I ain't backing up 1 inch, even right now. Because what was I saying? I'm not talking about Pops in Brentwood or Bel Air or wherever else you got cribs. I'm talking about the Pops that showed up at the crypto.com arena. You're putting this on Front Street for us. You are saying, that's my son. You are saying, my son can do this. You are saying you want me get my son. You are doing all of this. You're bringing all of this attention to it. I said, how is that helpful? You're creating a story. Because to ask us not to do our job, how long you think that's going to last? I said,
See, he worried about his job. I'm looking at it from the standpoint of, yo, you can hurt that boy that way. Similar to like Shedeur Sanders' situation on a smaller level though. Shedeur Sanders' situation is way different because Shedeur Sanders is arrogant and cocky and he haven't done anything. Bronny is humble. You know what I mean? You don't hear nothing from Bronny. Bronny is just out that bitch trying to play basketball. He ain't around calling himself legendary. But yo, when you gift your children, when you do too much for your children, yo, and you put them in situations that they didn't really deserve, you can hurt them. You hurt them. You understand? So that was my point. That was my thing when it came down to just tossing them in the game first quarter. Like, yo, he's not ready to play with these guys yet. Like, let him get some experience, and then you understand. He looking at it like, oh, I gotta say something. He looking at it on the corporate end. I'm looking at it on the end of, yo, you can hurt this boy. He could have potential, but if you run his confidence, you know confidence is probably 75% of the game. You lose confidence, you lose it all. And you don't want that boy to lose confidence, yo, and he's struggling. That was my take on it. Like, I don't know what the fuck he talking about. He talking about niggas talking about it and shit.
I've been covering this league for years. When have I talked? I mean, I got ticker. I got stuff on the lower thirds on television. Great father, great husband, great philanthropist, great actor, great director, great businessman, great player. I mean, what do you want me to do? But you went too far for too long. You see nothing's happened since, right? Because you should have never did it in the first place. How many bites of the apple are you going to ask us to absorb? High school, college, draft, pros, games in the pros. How much stuff do you want us to ignore at the time? Now, I like what I've seen from Bronny since. In a little bit of moments that he's had. And I still believe in the kid and he has promise.
I think,
but I was talking about his father.
Yeah.
And I meant it.
I looked at it. And one of my guys, Ari Spears, he came in.
I love Ari Spears, but I haven't seen that brother in years. He's one of my all-time favorite comedians. I love that brother.
This is Aries right here.
One of the problems I have with LeBron was him approaching Stephen A. And I put out a post on it. And I said, hey, man, you can't be a hypocrite. Because remember, when you came in the league and you were playing against the Boston Celtics in Cleveland, and you got into a skirmish with some of the players, your mother stood up and started trying to get involved and cursing the players out. And LeBron turned her and said, sit your ass down.
Yes, he did.
Because I'm a pro NBA player playing with other NBA players in a pro sport, and I'm a man amongst men. Don't take up for me, mommy. So now cut to Stephen A's doing his job. His job is to critique NBA players and the sport of basketball. And now here you are rescuing your son twice. Because you got him in the league when you knew he didn't belong. And number two, here you are for the second rescue. So LeBron, sit your ass down.
Damn.
Because you're being a hypocrite, dog. At the end of the day, this is still a professional sport.
Who's
Once
talking?
you enter this game, that target is on your back.
Right.
You are open to be critiqued.
Yeah.
Who are you to where you are above criticism? Because of who your daddy is?
Right.
No.
But
you're a professional player, so you have to endure all of what comes with that, which is criticism.
And that's understood. But my thing is this too.
Where I was at.
If I get one chance to see you, I'm on you. And see where I was at, Stephen A. I'm looking through daddy goggles.
Yeah.
I'm looking through daddy goggles. Do you feel like a lot of people look through parental goggles?
I don't have no problem with it.
Right.
I don't have any problem with it.
But
But here's what I think respectfully. Here's what I think with people who felt like you and others missed. And I asked Rich Paul this, his agent. And Rich Paul is a good dude. I don't always agree with him, but he doesn't always agree with me. But he's a good dude. He's a good dude, man. Doing what he can. Doing it well. I said to Rich Paul when Rich Paul called me, I said, can you give me grace on something, please? Two things. I said, have I ever shitted on Bronny? He said, no, you have not. I said, number two, if you had called me and said, yo, LeBron is livid. He's pretty pissed off at what you said. He wants to see you privately, man to man. I said, what would I have done? Rich Paul said, you'd have been on the next plane to LA. That's the point. Rolling up on me, courtside.
We ain't ready to do that, Steve.
In the third.
Because Stephen A. Smith said in other podcasts where he go to all the games, pull up on them. Like he opened the door to be pulled up on, so you can't then say this, Stephen. No, I ain't know that at the time when I first started talking about this. But we found a clip where Stephen A. Smith said, should I go to the games? Say something to me at the game. So now he decided to say something to you at the game. Now it's an issue. I don't know, nigga. That's what you wanted. You should be elated.
Third quarter of a game. It's nationally televised. What am I going to do? Yo, bro. Big boy, do you know that happened on the day that my new contract was announced? It was all over the news that day. It was that night
about that shit, nigga.
that he did that.
That's a personal issue.
We could have met in the back after the game. He could have rolled up on me and said, don't leave.
Right.
I need to talk to you after the game. Any player that knows me, I've been here for 30 years. Find one, just one, that said, yo, Stephen A., we want to holler at you, and I didn't show up. You will not find that player. In 30 years, it's never happened. I'm not running from anybody in terms of what I say, and it's for a big reason. Number one, I usually know what the hell I'm talking about. But number two, if I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. And if I said something publicly that I'm wrong, I'll apologize and correct the record publicly. I will go on the air and say, yo, I'm wrong. I never forget one time when Mello, that's my dog, Mello was pissed at me because he was in the Olympics. And I reported on something with the Knicks. He was highly upset at me. It's the only time this ever happened. And he said, how come you didn't call me? I'm like, yo, man, you were in Brazil at the Olympics. He said, that never stopped you before.
Right.
Had me dead to rights. Because I'm thinking it's the Olympics. You there, and I covered the Olympics, and it's so restrictive, and you can't talk to people, you can't get close, all of this other stuff. He was absolutely right, because I would have called them. You know, what are the things that I feared with anything that I said? Because you was listening to me when you talk about an interview when we was off the air, when you talk about me talking with Howard Stern, whether it was Kobe, God rest his soul, or it's CP3 and various others throughout the, man, there's certain dudes that scared you. Why? This was Kobe.
Did you know that in Texas, rifles can be carried in public without a license?
Let's get
Whereas in Florida, no open carrying is...
I just wanted to get his take on that. Let's see how he did Shannon.
20-year-old OnlyFans girl. I'm like, bro, is this
All I was saying, I remember at one time Snoop had to call into my radio show at the time.
money? Shannon Sharpe. Bro,
Well,
now I know this your dog, and
hey, yo,
and I love what Shannon Sharpe is.
That is not his dog, y'all. Shannon Sharpe is Stephen A. Smith, is what Adam 22 is the Brick Baby. It's something like friends. Like you can take that however you want it. That can be his enemy, that can be his adversary. They can be brothers, but friend that is a stretch. Like you don't do this shit to your friends, man.
Doing I love Club Shay, I love everything, but god damn, man. When I saw this one, I was like, I remember someone told me years ago, and I brought it up earlier, the bigger you are, the bigger the target. And Shannon Sharpe, to me, is on his A game everywhere. And when I saw the 19, 20-year-old OnlyFans girl, I'm like, bro, is this what we fucking with? Is this what we do? Like, what's your, not position, but where do you think, what's happening now? And I know he's kind of stepping back from ESPN and gonna come back for football, and you probably had conversations with him that's more privy than what we can share.
Yo, this the
but
thing,
when you
though,
saw this break-in,
like I said, yo, my issue with Shannon Sharpe, I don't give a fuck what's going on with Shannon Sharpe is because Shannon Sharpe turned his back on the community, yo. When y'all this bitch chasing white girls, you didn't ruin niggas' careers with your takes. You know what I mean? Damn near had Russell Westbrook signed for the league minimum, and Russell Westbrook ain't never been a bum. So it's like, yo, then he put out his statement. Then yeah. Then he put out his statement, and then he go into they trying to take a black man down. Like, oh, fuck up, Shannon. Fuck is you talk about? You took a lot of black men down. I mean, when you was fully immersed in the corporate world, FS1 and ESPN, you took a lot of black men down. Don't then try to come back and now you try to gain support of the black community. Then he released a video of him motherfucking doing an electric slide looking 10 carats crazy. Like, nah, fuck no. Nah, yo, we ain't with that. Yo, we gotta stop allowing that, yo. That shit been going on for too long. Once you choose your side, you still there. Don't come back now. Now they collapsing in on you. Now it's us as black people need to stick to, man, fuck no. Hell no, Shannon. Stay over there. Fight it out. The fuck you mean? I mean, it's time to fight. Don't come back over here now. You stood alone before. Continue standing alone. Like, that's my take on Shannon. That's why I'm like, man, I don't give a fuck what's happening to him. Is it fucked up? Yeah, it is. But did he have multiple opportunities to fix that shit he had going on in his personal life? Man, hell yeah, because a lot of people told him. Cat Williams told him, man, shit, they'd take you down in 2 weeks. Monique told him. So it's like, yo, you're a grown-ass man. You only be sympathetic to children. You know what I mean? Young niggas misguided, shit like that. You know what I mean? I hold sympathy for them, but adults, you 50-something years old, you let a 19-year-old girl, OnlyFans model, trick you. Then she got you on phone, she got you on audio saying wow that, like you couldn't peep any of that. Like all of that shit went right past you. Man, fuck Shannon Sharpe. But Stephen A. Smith can't say that because Stephen A. Smith was portrayed himself like they was friends. So this was my issue with Stephen A. Smith coming to play. He portrayed himself like they was friends. Yo, but you don't go on a media run when Shannon Sharpe is losing everything. Have y'all? I don't watch Club Shay, but I've been aware of what's going on. Ads is gone. You know what I mean? All them people all them sponsors, that shit is no more. That man basically just getting a YouTube check right now. Like no sponsors, no. They voided all them contracts. The man done on FS1. But you got Stephen A. Smith on going on platform after platform talking about the man. Like, he wouldn't have been up here if it wasn't for Shannon Sharpe. Like, this whole conversation about Shannon Sharpe, all the rest of that shit was just small talk. He didn't address the LeBron shit 75 times. Maybe Shador Sanders too.
Now,
what's up, Charles?
What did you think as Stephen A. Smith, a comrade, associate, friend, brother, black man?
It was important for me not to be selfish. I'm not going to, of course, I've spoken to him.
What did he say?
I'm not going to share. I'm not going to tell you. But I feel about Shannon Sharpe the way I feel about Ryan Clark, the way I feel about Marcus Spears, the way I feel about any of my teammates.
So he'll fuck with none of them
at ESPN. I mean, we have a
yeah.
great.
If I was Ryan Clark, I heard him, I'm like, damn, you don't fuck with me either? Shit. Marcus Spears, everyone he named, I'd be like, damn, he don't fuck with none of us. Because if he do this shit to Shannon, all the money they made together, we ain't even made probably 50% of what they make together, then she damn sure don't fuck with me. Yo, Stephen A. Smith is going to choose corporate. All the time. Every time. Every time. And one thing I learned, yo, when you in this corporate world for too long, yo, they got a tend of they tend to have a they kind of mold your thinking. You know what I mean? They kind of mold your thinking to what's best for the company. It ain't always gonna be what's best for you. You might not even never think about what's best for you because you didn't fully turn corporate, and your whole mind, body, and soul is making sure the corporate dollars is being made. That's Stephen A. Smith, man. And when you moving like that, then yo, you moving outside of the community, yo, because a lot of these corporations ain't never had the best interest of the black people, and especially Disney. You know what I mean? They ain't never had best interest of black people in mind, ever.
Group of folks, and it's a genuine friendship with one another.
I don't know.
And I got a lot of love for Shannon and getting to know him. I haven't known Shannon all of these years the way that I've known the others.
Come on, yo. You see what I'm saying? There he go again. The first time he talked about him is I only work with him 2 days out the week. Now, I don't even know the nigga. You feel me? Like, yeah, man, I don't know Shannon outside of work. Like, yo, those things don't need to be said, bro, because you can't then say you in support of him. You can't say you in support of him, then say you don't know him.
Met him in passing and stuff like that, and then, you know, we became friends once I went and got him and brought him on board at ESPN. And I'm very proud that I brought him on board because I think he's done an exceptional job for us. His effort was contagious. He never cheated us. He always came on the air, always ready, always enthused about performing and doing his job and making sure he contributed to the ratings, which he did in a very profound fashion. And I'm incredibly grateful to him for that. When I saw the story come out, obviously I was alarmed like everybody else. You know, it's 9:58 on Monday morning. We got a show at 10 o'clock. And then the story comes out about the allegations against him. That was very alarming. I didn't know until 2 minutes before the show. And so when you're dealing with something like that, it takes on a life of its own. And on one hand, you got to be very, very sensitive to him from the standpoint that he is profoundly claiming his innocence. But then in the same breath, you're looking at the stuff his lawyers put out, and you're like, that ain't helping. And then you're looking at what you know about Disney. See, that's where
There you go. There you go.
Because none of these cats have worked for Disney.
Side with the corporation.
And is as familiar and intimate about the inner workings of Disney and how they think the way that I am. And so I'm now imagining what Disney's going to ultimately do. So although I was hopeful,
Ocho Cinco even told him
that it ultimately would not lead to him being off the air, I knew it wasn't going to go down like that because I know Disney.
Right. Nah, because you went up in that motherfucker, you advocated for his ass to get off the show. You talking about, Yeah, I believe Stephen A. Smith advocated for Shannon Sharpe to be removed. I could be wrong, but that's what I get from him. This is hurting our image. Look, he's speaking. Look, he's speaking in fucking French. We got to do this. Like, you ain't a part of the top brass, nigga. They had meetings without you, nigga. Stephen A. Smith ain't in every motherfucking meeting they have on First Take. He get information third party, man. You feel me? But when it cut out of Shannon, it's we got to do this as a team. Like, man, get the fuck out of here, nigga. You ain't part of that team, nigga. They do the same shit to your dumb ass, boy. These niggas be tripping, yo. They be thinking they bigger than the program. Like, yo, sad as it may be, yo, no matter how far you go with corporate America, yo, they still look at you as a fucking black man. You feel me? Like, there's gonna be certain conversations that you ain't privy to. It don't matter how much fucking money you make these people. It don't matter how much money you make these people, man. You ain't in. You think you in. Yo, I'm sure it's people at Disney moving just like Shannon Sharpe. You understand what I'm saying? We already talked about Disney World and the problems that they got going on in there. You know what I mean? So the same people that's moving like that is the same people that say that Shannon, we gotta let you go. It's too hot in the kitchen. We gotta let you go, man. These allegations is crazy. Man, fuck out of here, man. Stephen A. Smith a fucking clown. I be tripping out this nigga.
Oh, you know, again, I can't say all the things that I've heard, of the things that I know based on my conversations with him and my conversations with the executives. What I do know is that he has emphatically and profoundly proclaimed his innocence from a legal and libel perspective in terms of, not assaulting or raping or doing anything like that to anybody. He is emphatic that he is innocent of those things. But the court of public opinion is what the Disneys of the world and others concern themselves with. That's a more immediate issue. And unfortunately, that has worked against him at this particular moment in time. So I'm hopeful this will all go away. I'm hopeful that I'll have my brother back on the airwaves talking football next season. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, because we don't know what else we're going to learn and what Disney's going to be comfortable or uncomfortable with or anything like that.
So you can tell he's making it sound like this is a team decision. I don't know, because we don't know. Now, you know what the fuck going on, man. You know that man ain't coming back, man. You know good goddamn well that man ain't coming back. You don't want him back. I believe, y'all, Stephen A. Smith was jealous of Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe, Club Shay Shay podcast is doing way better than Stephen A.'s. Yeah, hell yeah, Money Mitch, I agree.
But you also have to remember where the relationship really originated in terms of he and I. He was pushed out at Fox. Yeah. And I know there were folks there that wanted that to be the end of his career, and I wasn't going to let that happen, because I remember how folks tried to do it to me in 2009, and I was blessed and fortunate to be a brother in a position where I could do something about it, where I didn't have that luxury of having somebody there for me like that. And so for me, anytime you mention him now, you're thinking about...
That's what he told ESPN. There's no way we can continue forward with Shannon. Anytime you mention him now, you're thinking about the allegations. I can see him doing that, y'all. I tell you, I can see him doing it.
Shit really originated in terms of he and I. He was pushed out at Fox. Yeah.
Damn.
And I know there were...
Did we know that? This nigga's violence and information. Did anybody know that that Shannon Sharpe was pushed out at Fox? I thought they mutually parted ways. I thought Shannon Sharpe and Fox Sports mutually parted ways. So now what's going to happen is people going to start investigating or digging into what the fuck really happened at Fox Sports. We already know the coach and climate at Fox Sports is crazy. We heard what Joy was doing. Joy fucking sucked her way to the top. You got motherfucking Stephen A. Smith offering $1 million to fuck a bitch. Like, yo, this Hey, yo, the corporate world works to the streets, man. I've been telling y'all that for the longest time. People like to give the streets a hard time, but that corporate shit, that shit different. If you willing to engage and indulge, yo, you gonna go down a dark hole. I'm trying to tell you. It's crazy, man.
I saw the story come out. Obviously, I was alarmed like everybody else. You know,
so skip told.
It's 9:58.
Oh, that took it back too far.
On Monday morning, worked for Disney as long as I have, and is as familiar and intimate about the inner workings of Disney and how they think the way that I am. And so I'm now imagining what Disney's going to ultimately do. So although I was hopeful that it ultimately would not lead to him being off
America
the air,
is the streets. The streets don't move without it.
I knew it wasn't going to go down like that because I know Disney.
Right.
And so, you know, again, I can't say all the things that I've heard, all of the things that I know based on my conversations with him and my conversations with the executives. What I do know is that he has emphatically and profoundly proclaimed his innocence from a legal and libel perspective in terms of, you know, not assaulting or raping or doing anything like that to anybody. He is emphatic that he is innocent of those things. But the court of public opinion is what the Disneys of the world and others concern themselves with. That's a more immediate issue. And unfortunately, that has worked against him at this particular moment in time. So I'm hopeful this will all go away. I'm hopeful that I'll have my brother back on the airwaves talking football next season. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, because we don't know what else we're going to learn and what Disney's going to be comfortable or uncomfortable with or anything like that. But you also have to remember where the relationship really originated in terms of he and I. He was pushed out at Fox. And I know there were folks there that wanted that to be the end of his career, and I wasn't going to let that happen because I remember how folks tried to do it to me.
Now he tried like he said today. Nigga, you was an opportunist, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Yo, these people think they can just tell you anything. It just makes sense to you. Man, Stephen A. Smith looked at Shannon Sharpe, was like, yo, he'll be a perfect fit. He'll be a perfect fit on ESPN. The ratings going to skyrocket. Like, he had nothing to do with you. I knew that people wanted them done. Man, fuck out of here, Stephen. You ain't even that type of guy, man. At least that's not what you portray. I can't see Stephen A. Smith being that type of guy to say, you know what? They trying to get rid of Shannon. I'm going to bring him on with me. No, nigga, you was thinking about ratings, nigga. You was thinking about ratings. What's up, Max? That's why you brought him on. If that man couldn't bring in the numbers, his ass would have been sitting on the couch some motherfucking way. I don't know.
2009, and I was blessed and fortunate to be a brother in a position where I could do something about it, where I didn't have that luxury of having that somebody there for me like that. And so for me, anytime you mention him now, you're thinking about me to some degree because I brought him on to ESPN and that just elevated his profile and assisted in Club Shay Shay, Nightcap, and all of that being taken to another level.
Damn.
And so
now you taking credit for. Now he taking credit. Yo, you can tell he wanted him God, man. He hated that man's success. Yo said now when you think about him, you think about me, and then you think about Club Shay Shay and how it elevated. Nah, why you taking that man credit, man? Like he probably could have did that shit without you, Steve. See, Smith and G loving this shit. I swear, I think he loving this.
Knowing that, that's why I felt it was important to go on my YouTube show, my podcast, the Stephen A. Smith Show, and just let everybody know I'm not here to speak of innocence or guilt from a legal or a civil situation. That's for them to handle or whatever. I know the brother tells me he's innocent. I believe him. All right. But most importantly, I'm his friend.
Right.
And that man has done, he's helped me immensely. It ain't just me doing for him. He's done for me as well in terms of his performance and his dedication to his craft and how he's helped us in terms of the show itself and how he helped us continue to explode. And I'm incredibly grateful to him for that. And I know that he does not trust easy. and that the honest conversations that he's had with me, he wouldn't have with just anybody. So I'm going to honor that, and I'm going to make sure that he knows and that everybody knows that no matter how things go down, not to say that he would rely on me, but if he ever chose to, anything that I can do for him as a friend, I will do.
The court of public opinion is a lot, bro. And it's crazy because you hear, the shakedown, the $10 million offer, the $50 million lawsuit. And I always tell people, I say, man, if they say we're going to give you 10 million, we're going to give you 50 million, or we could lock him up for 5 years, what do you think that person would choose?
What do I think the person would choose? Which person? The person being accused?
Games, Robert.
The person that says they put like, oh girl. If they say, you know what, we give you 50 million, or we could lock him up for 5 years, what do you think she'll take?
50 million.
Right. So this and my thing is this: I don't fault any victim, but that's why some people don't come out when things are happening as well, because goes on with somebody either trying to get a check,
right?
And this right here, as soon as I saw Busby was her attorney and all this kind of shit, I was just like,
and we saw what the situation went down with Diddy and Jay-Z when it came to Busby as well, and
right.
So listen, like I said,
Busby is slime ball, but he got him one now. I guess Busby one of them hit and miss lawyers. He gonna try on everybody if he can. You understand what I'm saying? I think he ready to strike gold with this Shannon Sharpe shit for real. He ready to hit him. He ready to hit him with this one. I was critical of Busby because I ain't like the Diddy shit and how he announced lawsuits that he didn't file. But this one's a little bit different, because she actually got proof. She actually got footage. I don't know what Stephen A. gonna do. I wouldn't vote for his ass. I keep fucking it up. I wouldn't vote for his dumb ass.
Really, really know. And it would be really irresponsible to get into the minutia of it all because we just don't know. But in the end, when you see the details that both parties let out, it certainly seemed consensual to me. But, I'm not the courts. I'm not whatever. So I can't really touch it because I'm get sued.
I think it was consensual. I just think Shannon Sharpe is one of the freaky podcasters, y'all. You got five freaky podcasters, man. You got Shannon Sharpe, Adam 22, DJ Academics, Poetic Flacco, and Joe Buttons. They the freaky five, man. They got wild allegations. They out here just moving recklessly. You feel me? So I think it was consensual, but who the fuck participates in BDSM? Bondage and all that. What the fuck type shit I believe your guys is moving like that is damn near gay, yo. You feel me? Like if you gotta go to that extreme to enjoy sex, then you might need something ain't right, yo. You know what I mean? Like yo, that's like some weirdo shit. Shannon just a freaky podcaster, man. Like Joe Buttons running around the house naked and shit, running around the condo complex with his clothes off in the middle of the night. The freaky five. You got the fabulous five. What was that Michigan team called? Then you got the freaky five.
Right.
Yeah.
But I would tell you that again, to see the great things that he has been doing, and to know the potential is out there for all of this to be derailed. I'm incredibly sad for him. I'm sad for us as a show because we're better with him than without him.
Look, he's still worried about the show.
But right now, it's just about him getting his house in order, what he can to get past all of this. And cool. Listen, we all have friends that found themselves in various predicaments throughout our life. And you can look at somebody, and even if you take issue with their choices and what they've done, you can still sit up there and look at them and they're a friend. And it means the world to them.
And this is the time.
And it means the world to them. And so for me, all I want him and anybody to know is that You ain't gonna see me excoriating him. You ain't gonna see me disrespecting him. You're not gonna see me stripping him of my support. I can tell you what I think you right and you.
Yeah, why he acting like he? Oh, Stephen A. Smith, you are not doing Shannon Sharpe any service by doing this. Like, all this is doing is hurting him. All this is doing is keeping the name in the media. You know, shit like this, you want to die down. Yeah, exactly, Easy. Like, he act like he's standing with him. Like, yo, you not standing with him. Keep talking about this shit. Yo, this shit happened, what, 2 weeks ago? This video got released yesterday or the day before, or whatever the fuck this shit got released. Like, you posted 5 days ago, man. 5 days ago this came out, yo. So you've been talking about this shit for a whole week. Let it die down, man. Let it die down, bro. Don't do no more interviews talking about Shannon Sharpe, bro. If that's your friend. I mean,
right, getting your ass about it, and then turn around and say, okay, how can we help you get back past this? All of that comes with friendship.
Oh,
and
shit.
I think that true friends conduct themselves that way. They ain't yes people that tell you just what you want to hear.
So you get on about it publicly. Publicly, that's what true friends do. True friends call you out publicly. Nah, bro, you supposed to have private conversations. That's it. What's up, Christopher? That's it, yo. Just private conversations, bro. You should not have been on this platform talking about this man, yo, after the shit been in the news down in 3 weeks.
Here, they ain't no people that's willing to vilify you to second something. I mean, I see cats talking about him, and I can't even put into words the shit I've seen them do and heard about them doing, especially in our business. Mm-hmm. And so it's like you just, and then I see the zest with which people are willing to pounce on him. And it's like, listen, people have been after him since he did Cat Williams. You know, they've been at his neck because of the numbers he produced and the success that it had and how he was able to ride that wave. Now, once again, that's separate and apart from all of this. We get that part. I'm not talking about what people are talking about and what they have to talk about. I'm talking about the zest with which they do it. If I sit up there and I'm friends with Big Boy, I'm a contemporary colleague with Big Boy, right? And then Big Boy get in trouble. It's one thing for me to be on the air going like this, yeah, you know, I mean, this is what happened to Big Boy. And it's another thing in time, you'd be like, yeah, you see what happened to Big Boy?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's like,
it's the same thing.
You just see that.
It ain't no fucking difference if you friends with him. It don't matter if you do it somberly or if you do it happily, nigga. You shouldn't be doing it at all, Steven. Now, if that's your friend. Now, if y'all something like friends, then say that. Say, you know, me and Shannon, something like, I'm going to still Adam 22 quote. You know, we something like friends, which means that it's up in the air. Yeah, man, we don't know what the fuck y'all is. You know, y'all could just be beefing right now.
You see a joy that some people are having and going at him, and that's sad. You can talk about it, but we know the difference in terms of the flavor that you're bringing to the equation, where you're talking about somebody with glee and joy in your voice, when you know when you're talking about the kind of predicament they find themselves in, and that's what I have a problem with. So for me, it's just about making sure that he knows, and anybody that knows how I feel knows that he matters to me, and I want him to be okay.
Man, thank you for sharing that. I want to go a little rapid fire with you.
Sure, okay.
All righty. NBA Mount Rushmore.
All right.
There's been a lot.
I ain't trying to watch the whole interview. That's what Stephen A. Smith, wild as shit, man. Stephen A. Smith happy as shit, Shannon going through what he going through. Happy as a motherfucker. You heard me. He wouldn't want to no other way. Now he get to share. He get to have the stage all to himself. He ain't got to worry about Shannon loud mouthing, over talking him. He is completely comfortable. You know what I mean? He loving the fact that Shannon taking this fall, man. Honestly, that what Shannon did to herself, yo. Like I said, yo, 19-year-old girl at 54 is like, yo, come on, bro. Like, I don't even understand what he even seen in the girl. Like, she looked young as a bitch. Like, if I was to see a girl like that running around, like, my thought wouldn't be to pursue. My thought would be like, damn, she probably a teenager. You feel me? Like, young as a motherfucker, man. Like Shannon Sharpe, he fucked his own bag up. Now, if he was my friend, I wouldn't help him. I mean, I wouldn't. He already dug himself 3 feet. I ain't gonna grab a shovel and dig some more. Like, no, we ain't gonna do that. Like, you know, that's my man. We making money together. I couldn't do that to my homeboy, man. Man, fuck no. We see it's a dirty game. All they do is step on each other. You know what I mean? I can't. I don't want to get that big, yo. It's because I've been a flip. You know what I mean? Like I can't sit around and indulge in that type of behavior and carry it corporate. No, fuck no. We gonna have to go out back and fight or something. Like, oh, you tripping, bro? Like, who the fuck is you? Why are you playing with me, bro? Like, why the fuck is you online playing? Yo, you see what the fuck I'm going through? I just lost everything, and Steven, you doing on the fucking press run. Yo, the man went on a press run, y'all. I ain't never see Stephen A. Smith do this man goddamn interviews, man. For real. Like, this nigga, we gonna go to Breakfast Club next? Like, god damn. Yeah, he happy as shit, man. I think when this shit first came out, he called Disney immediately. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? Like, he had a decision. What we gonna do? You see what's going on about Shannon? You feel me? Dumbass nigga. Hey, yo, but, yeah, we be live. Just got out of the Israel. Ask to skip for a fade. Hey, yo, for real. Man, anybody got time for that shit, man? Anybody ready to be playing with you in here, man? You out here faking friends. Nah, bro, don't fake with me, bro. If we just got a business relationship, yo, to make that shit just business, yo, don't cross those lines into friendship. Don't be calling me on my off days, bro. We ain't got nothing to talk about. I see you at work and that when work only. You know what I mean? Don't give me don't lead me on to think that, yo, we cool and I can trust you. Meanwhile, you trying to stab me in my back. Meanwhile, you jealous of me. Because I think that's what Stephen A. Smith jealous of that boy, man. Man, King put that boy together, man. He linked up with Sugar Mother and put them together. Yeah, but fuck that, y'all. It's just a dirty world, man. It's a dirty world, but it still spin. Shannon Sharpe gonna have to figure that out. I mean, I don't got no remorse for him. I don't. If he'd have carried it different, if he didn't try to pull the black card, you know what I mean? I probably would. No, I wouldn't. I ain't gonna lie. I'm lying. I still would have said fuck him. I think him trying to pull the black card, that just was the nail in the coffin to say, oh yeah, fuck his ass forever. Like, he don't fuck with niggas out here chasing the motherfucking snow bunnies. Yo, guys, what Dad Umar say? He got snow bunny. Dad Umar doing the same thing. That Umar is doing the same thing as Stephen A. Smith. He just ain't connected to him. But he's portraying like, oh, I'm in support of Shannon. And then going a whole spill about how the girl looked young. She ain't even built. Yo, what the fuck? Hey, yo. See, I'm going to let you know what it is. I'm going to tell you, like, yo, fuck yo. Like, I ain't acting like we cool. I ain't acting like I'm a fan. Man, hell no. You understand what I'm saying? These guys are straddling the fence. They wolves in sheep clothes. They sit acting like they're supporting Shannon. Meanwhile, they just slandering the man. That night, what is man? What's he calling? All right. What you talking about? Oh yeah, fuck Woody. Woody is a rat, nigga. The fuck? What are you surprised about? This nigga's a fucking rat. One of the dirtiest. But damn yo. Yeah, I was talking to my man earlier, or what's it called? We living in the wild world, man. Shannon Sharpe ain't no fucking victim. Shannon Sharpe was preying on young girls, man. Yo, most times, he couldn't find a 30-year-old or 35-year-old to participate in that type of shit. I mean, a lot of them guys chase them younger girls because you can kind of manipulate them. You can be like a father to them, and you can control them. That was all a control thing. You know what I mean? That's why it's like, even if it was consensual, the age gap makes it almost like manipulation. That's why it's gonna be so hard for him to come up under this. Yo, you 54, she was 19, bro, and y'all was dealing in bondage and shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you niggas? Like, yo, like them niggas, Shannon Sharpe was a freaky podcaster, man. I told you we got the Freaky Five, y'all. Keep an eye out on them niggas. They all involved in freak behavior. You know what I mean? Then if you talk about Diddy's and the Kanye's, like, yo, this whole industry is weird, man. That's why they only allow certain people to get in. You know what I mean? They allow certain people in, and they gonna force certain people out. If you're not willing to get down with the fuckery, then you can't get in. And I'm cool. I don't never gotta get in. Straight up. Like, man, fuck that. I ain't, what the hell? I wish a motherfucker would, man. Yeah, yo, like, yeah, for real. Same situation. Yo, but that's the crazy thing about it. She turned to $10 million. I think she just trying to ruin the man. Yo, but I told you his biggest mistake was making that girl think they was in a relationship. A lot of people make that mistake, yo, and that was his biggest mistake. That was his biggest mistake, yo. Making them, yo, but she wasn't even, was she even college age? 19? I mean, at 54. But yo, a lot of people make that mistake. If Shannon Sharpe would have kept it real with that girl and let her know, look, yo, we just dealing and, we just having fun, he wouldn't be going through this. He was going through this because of that motherfucking Michelle video. It's now she like, all right, you going to embarrass me? You got me thinking we in love. You feel me? And the whole time you out here fucking Michelle, and she got his ass. Got him good too. Like, that's why he offered that $10 million. That man, she got him. Very compromising position. And I don't even think it's about money, yo, because she fucked the deal up. Like, if it was about money, she'd have waited till he got that $100 million. I think she just trying to ruin yo. For real. She probably come for money. Ain't nobody looked into her family tree yet. I think I seen the family TV nigga said she got a pimp or some shit. So they might have been playing him the whole time. It could have been a play. Could have been a play the whole time, man. We gonna get his ass. You gonna go ahead and fuck him and we gonna take his ass down. Is the pimp white or black? She got a white pimp or a black pimp? Yeah, for real, that nigga dominatrix. That nigga like to get strangled this shit. That nigga be that bitch with Doug collars on. Let's watch the family TV video. Cause I ain't never finished watching it. I stopped really watching, yo. I fuck with him though. We had our little disagreements. But I ain't got no problem with the family TV, man. I just ain't like the fact that he don't give credit when credit due, but all these niggas do that shit. Alright. Yeah, he got himself in a fucked up situation.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And the suspension to make it a not so rocky road.
On X, yes.
Fucked it up.
Today, and they spoke about.
Yeah, for real, he on some weird shit.
They mentioned her name, and they revealed some of those explicit text messages. That was uncomfortable. And I don't know if that's a strategy that would work. One of the hardest things in the world for all of us to do is to just lay low and be quiet. And let our legal team do it. And we don't always know whether or not that's the right thing to do. I know, and I can tell you all that I spoke to Shannon. Not in details. But I spoke to him, and he emphatically proclaims his innocence. According to Mr. Busby, his client emphatically proclaims his guilt.
You didn't have to say that, yo. Like if you,
so where does that lead?
If you truly a supporter of Shannon, why the fuck are you speaking on with the other? We know what the other side's saying. You supposed to be standing with your man. No, he want to straddle the fence. Just in case it come out that, because he worried about himself. His rep is on the line. Yeah, like they said on Malcolm X. His rep is on the line, man. So he more worried about himself coming out clean than supporting somebody he called his friend. Because if that was my friend, I wouldn't give a fuck what the other side said. Like, even if, you know, that's an option, you know, that's a thing that, you know, they denying it or saying he did it, but that wouldn't be in my argument.
I'd love to tell you that I know the answer to that question, but I don't. I am the executive producer of First Take on ESPN. I recruited Shannon. I went and got him and brought him to ESPN. But I'm not the boss. Those are other folks. There are layers to this, and there are certain layers even I am not on. I can tell you, the co-chairman of Disney, the boss, Jimmy Pitaro, who made it very, very clear.
He also had accusers who withdrew their lawsuit against P. Diddy as well. Now, speaking of the PIMP,
white side, back side, sunny side, Lakers and 5.
He even known for his podcast Club Shay Shay, with an interview with Cat Williams with over 89 million views and counting. Not to mention, he had a guest with Monique who gave him some advice on what he needed to do for his love life. Check it out.
I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
You tried to say what you tried to say.
I'm looking right at you.
I know you looking at your.
I ain't backing down. You better take your old ass.
Damn, whoa!
Now I'm looking right at you. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs. Let me tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get your old bitch out there that can love you old. You trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. When they want you to go for a 4th round, you looking at her like, bitch, listen, I need you want some money to go to Starbucks? Yeah, because I can't go no further. But if you get your older girl, when you get to that 4th round, she's gonna say, hold on. Hold on.
It's time to take a spin.
And he tried to give him some good game, man. Still thought it was funny. Niggas always think shit funny till it's too late. Oh shit.
Looking at her like, bitch, listen, I need you want some money to go to Starbucks? Yeah, because I can't go no further. But if you get your older girl, when you get to that 4th round, she's gonna say, hold on. Hold on. Let me go get you some eggs.
Now, that interview is not even a year old, but it's something about Shannon Sharpe's legendary comedian guests somehow speak truths, as if they know something before we do. Like Cat Williams and now and even Monique. Now, everything is in jeopardy. On Easter, 420, in 2025, a lawsuit will come down from a Houston-based lawyer named Tony Buzzy, known for representing victims of SA. Now, it's important to note that he represented a number of victims, like Deshaun Watkins, at the time the QB for the Browns, who was accused of SA with different masseuses, over 20, and 23 of them reached settlements. Now, he recently became popular in 2021 after making a hotline for victims against P. Diddy.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tony Buzzy.
I thought he said she had a pimp.
I'm
Did he ever
licensed
show
in
the pimp?
Texas and in New York, and I'll introduce other members of our team as they speak. As many of you know, our law firm has been at the forefront
against people like Jay-Z, was Jay-Z countersued for defamation. He also had accusers who withdrew their lawsuit against P. Diddy as well. Now, speaking of the PIMP, we'll later get to that. But it's also noted that this young woman is from Las Vegas, Nevada. And on Easter this past Sunday, Las Vegas District Court, by attorney Tony Busby, seeks damages for pain and suffering, suing Shannon Sharpe for $50 million, alleging he and threatened her during her 2 years. But Tony Busby now claiming that his client is suffering psychological and emotional distress, mental anguish, embarrassment, and humiliation. The woman identified in the complaint as Jane Doe alleges Shannon Sharpe, 56 years old, first approached her while she was working out at Los Angeles gym in January of 2020.
He allowed this up to have a 2-year relationship with this little ass girl. Like, if he was going to deal with this girl, that should have been one and done, maybe twice. Like, but don't have it thinking y'all in a relationship, bro.
didn't know who Sharpe was at the time, but the lawsuit said the pair began a consensual but deeply manipulative relationship. Now, before we continue, she's 20, and the suit alleged that the relationship lasted for 2 years, meaning she was 18 years old, allegedly, when these allegations had started. Over the next 2 years, the suit said, Sharpe became increasingly controlling and physically abusive, choking and hitting Doe on multiple occasions. Sharpe allegedly threatened to kill Doe numerous times for resisting his sexual advances and accusing him of infidelity. According to the lawsuit, Sharpe R.'d Doe twice in October of 2024 and again in January of 2025. It also accused Sharpe of repeatedly recording the two having sex without Doe's knowledge or consent. Now, Busby released a brief audio clip to several media outlets Tuesday in which Sharpe allegedly said he'll choke Doe if she accused him of manipulating her. In a conference call later that day, Sharpe's attorney, Lanny Davis, said the audio was edited and wrapped in distorted way.
I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. It is what it is.
What does that even mean?
Look, she's so dumb. She don't even know what it is, man.
You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Yep.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you said that one more time, I'm gonna choke out of you.
That's a red flag. You get to talk about manipulation, people get sued for manipulation, man. That's why he reacted that way. But he should have hung up. Don't manipulate me. Click. That's what the fuck he should have did. He should have known. He should have known once she used that word manipulation that she was on some bullshit. This phone call being recorded. I ain't stupid.
You will see you. Thank you.
Oh, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
Now, it's important that Shannon Sharpe has not confirmed this, but Davis says Sharpe offered Doe at least $10 million to settle the case before she filed the lawsuit, but she declined. Shannon Sharpe had came out the day the first clip was released and said this.
Reporters and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I'll ruin myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about, and I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do.
Yeah, I don't like nothing about Tony Busby. You know, I've been on
I don't know
from
how
the
that
beginning.
worked, releasing her name, but they did release a recorded audio that he wasn't aware of as well. So then the next day, Busby released another clip. Check it out.
Oh, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested.
Right, for real.
In getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you did what you did to me.
Okay, well...
I can't believe this nigga, man.
Well, what, Gabby?
Now, it was looking bad for Shannon Sharpe, but he started to make sense of allegedly while he was saying choke. Allegedly, that's how they communicated. He released some alleged text messages between the two, where she quoted, "I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me while you're effing me." Quote, "I know you missed this big juicy $25K each cheek." Quote, "You better crave it, because you're going to be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me." End quote. And we're just shocked that Shannon Sharpe put herself in this situation. And people had mixed feelings about everything thus far. But
Hey,
then
I
people
can't
started to
believe this
wonder,
nigga allowed
what about
to
his job? Of
have
course,
to get it like
ESPN
that.
is owned by Disney. Will they still keep him? Now, we all know we can't hear from the owner. And the next best thing was Stephen A., his co-host, for 2 days on First Take. And check out what he had to say after speaking to the boss.
Hey, yo, you gonna talk about the pimp?
Those other folk is proclaim. And I'm not about to pretend. All I do know, unfortunately, to you or the rest of us, and only time will tell what the truth is. That's it for this edition of the Stephen A. Smith Show. Special edition of the Stephen A. Smith Show. Just want to let you know that.
You made it.
I'll let y'all
That nigga had a special edition
And
to
for
talk
those who
about.
want to check out our Instagram, because I can't show you the pictures due to YouTube guidelines, I can only show you a handful. She is Carly with the K, promoting her OnlyFans and having content while in the gym. I don't know, fam. I know it's gonna be an update to this one, but as of now, this is where we at. Let me know how you guys feel about this one.
That nigga ain't never mentioned the pimp. Oh, come on, bro. You there? You come on, family TV, man. Thought you said she had a pimp, and then you talk about before you mentioned the pimp, and ain't never mentioned the pimp. I must have forgot. That shit happens sometimes. Yeah, Shannon Sharpe, man. He fucked that money up, man. Oh, fuck that money up. I don't got no remorse for him. Fuck him. Maybe if he was a better black man to the community, yo, he'd have some support. See, this is what happens, yo, when you isolate yourself and start thinking that you better than the rest of the people. Now, when because black people can rally behind them, and shit can go a different way, but he don't have the support of the people, not the masses, because of how he moved. So now it's like, yo, stand on that shit, nigga. Figure it out. You feel me? Hey, figure it out. Is it fucked up that she did this to you? Yeah, but so, you know what I mean? Yeah, it is a different day. And these young girls is different. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. That's what I'm saying. Like, at 54 years old, he thinking women probably how he used to remember him when he was in NFL days. Nah, bro, this shit different. This shit about money. This shit about everything. Like, nigga, they gonna take you down, nigga. But yeah, we be back live at 11. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. If you can't support the platform, Cash App, Baltimore Swag. It's another day. Keep it G News. And I'm out.